and welcome back to The Social Life. We're your hosts. I'm Stephanie Laruero.
And I'm Ksenia Shpak, and we talk about all things trending and something that was recently making headlines, my two girls,
J-Lo and Shakira. So we're going to start by talking about their show-stopping performance at the Super Bowl halftime show. I think that this was my favorite halftime show performance so far.
Oh, by far. I usually don't watch the halftime show or the Super Bowl, but because I heard that Shakira and J-Lo were headlining, I had to tune in.
Yeah, I think they did an incredible job. They didn't disappoint. Shakira kicked off the show. She started with some of her classics like She Wolf, Hips Don't Lie, and Whenever, Wherever. There she is right there. She looked amazing. Then she brought on her good friend, Bad Bunny.
Ooh, I love Bad Bunny. I was so happy when he came out. I was waiting because I thought it might have been Pitbull because it's in Miami, Mr. 305. Then she brought out Bad Bunny. I was like, what? This is awesome.
I know, it was awesome. They sang I Like It Like That, which is a song with Cardi B. And then they also did a medley of Chantaje and Calladita, which I thought was really good.
Yep.
Her moves were incredible. The stage is insane.
I love the costume. Everybody compared it to one of the cartoons in that movie that she voiced. Zootopia.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Actually,
and everybody on Twitter was saying like, "Oh, she just copied the outfit," but I love the outfit.
Me too.
I thought it just went well because she's moving the way she moved her body. It was moving all over. It was awesome, and she did that really cool noise thing with her tongue, right? That everybody
the
made
tongue
a meme
wag. That went viral everywhere, and I'm not really sure what the significance was.
Well, it's because of her background, because she's not only Spanish, right? So she's a little bit Middle Eastern. So for them, you do that thing in weddings, and it's like it's a noise that you make, right? But everybody started
everyone thought it was like a silly thing, but it actually had some significance.
It actually had some meaning to it, yeah.
And then after Shakira, we have our queen, J-Lo, who came out on stage. She started her performance at the top of the Empire State Building.
Ooh.
I know, it was pretty nuts. And that's to signify women being on top of the world, which I thought was really cool. She went in to sing Get It Right. She sang Ain't It Funny. She sang Waiting for Tonight. And look at how many dancers are on this stage. It's crazy. There's a little nod to Hustlers with the pole dancing.
Yeah, the production was insane.
It was wild. I love that part. The stage drop.
They even paid tribute to Kobe Bryant. It was a little part. I'm not sure if many people caught it, but they did pay tribute.
Yeah, that was really nice. And she had her daughter Emmy come on and sing a little bit of Born in the USA, which is a Bruce Springsteen song, of course, and Let's Get Loud. And then the end, Waka Waka, they joined together. It was amazing. I loved it completely.
I loved it. I'm just a little sad that people have been online saying that it was a little bit inappropriate, right? Like they couldn't show it to their kids.
The pole dancing stuff, they kind of got a little bit.
Well, I don't know if I agree, because last year Adam Levine, the headline, he was almost like top body completely naked, and nobody said anything, and then Shakira and J-Lo come out, and so I don't
even think their costumes are inappropriate.
No, and it's part of like the Latin culture, because they're embracing what it means to be two Latinas headlining a show in the States for the Super Bowl, okay?
Yeah, and Miami too.
And Miami.
It just made so much sense.
So that was very nice.
I loved it 100%, but now let's see what's trending in news.
So here are some of the news stories that we're following. Airbnb, they are now banning adults under the age of 25 from renting homes in their local markets across Canada. So this was in light of a recent shooting that left 3 young men dead after the Airbnb was rented for a party. And I know that, especially like for us who don't live really in the city, right? Sometimes if we want to go out into Toronto and stay the night there, we like to rent these Airbnbs, right? But now Airbnb is saying you can't do that if you are from that market. So maybe it won't affect us as much, but if you live in that city and you're trying to rent in that city and you're under 25, it might be an issue. Of course, there have been so many shootings that have taken place. There's been a bunch in Ontario as well as the States, and there's been that deadly California shooting. And so they've banned party houses, and I think it is a great idea. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this is becoming a real issue, and obviously people are dying, like there's shootings happening, so it's very serious. It is unfortunate for those of us who just want to, have a fun night out and stay one night in Toronto, because we live up north. A few years, I guess, we'll be 25, and it won't be as much of an issue for us.
But on the bright side, actually, if you are under 25, you still have a chance. So Airbnb said, if you have many positive reviews or you meet other yet to be announced criteria, it is still an option. So if you do rent an Airbnb, make sure you are a good renter, I guess, right?
Yeah, a good stayer.
So clean the property, take care, take out your garbage, you know, treat it as if it was your home, because I'm sure if somebody came to your home, you wouldn't like it to be left a mess.
Yeah, exactly.
And so many are saying that this measure, it won't reduce gun violence at house parties in Toronto, so that's another thing people have been saying. Some are calling to actually completely ban Airbnbs from our city, and also addressing that there are close to 9,000 illegal Airbnb properties.
Yeah.
So it's still another issue, right? It's an ongoing issue. We're hoping that Airbnb might have some kind of solutions, because we want to end gun violence, we want to end youth violence, right?
Yeah, and the gun violence at parties is such a big problem.
It is a really big problem.
But I feel like it's happening anyway at the parties. We're just aware of it because it's at someone else's home.
Right.
You know, so that's why it's being made more public, because it is an Airbnb thing. So I'm not sure if that's completely going to solve the issue.
Right. So we'll see. So we'll be following that story throughout our shows. But another thing that has been trending, it has been huge, of course, is the coronavirus. Everybody is talking about it. So here I just decided, you know, just to talk a little bit about it. It's been so big on social media. Everyone's talking about it. Everybody's scared. We don't know what's happening. So I got some facts from the World Health Organization website. So the coronavirus is actually very common in animals of all kinds. And it evolves mostly into wild animals like bats, but when they're combined with domestic animals in markets, that's when it spreads easily. And then if people come in contact with these domestic animals, or sometimes you buy them at local markets to, you know, if to cook and to have in your food, you may get it.
Yeah.
So like the SARS outbreak in 2002 or the MERS outbreak in 2012, now we have this outbreak that happened December 2019 and is still ongoing. The virus came from Wuhan, China, and is causing pneumonia-like illnesses. So you might have fever, a cough, a shortness of breath, breathing difficulties. Now, of course, it's a low risk for Canadians, and I think I really want to emphasize that those who came from Wuhan, who are directly in contact with somebody from Wuhan, or anybody in China, are the ones who are most at risk. So we here in Toronto, we are at low risk, although we do have, as of February 10th, 3 confirmed cases here in Ontario, and as of February 10th, 4 confirmed cases in BC. And they are under quarantine. Of course, we did have the airplane that landed, 2 airplanes that landed in CFB Trenton as of February 10th. Once again, they carried passengers from China back to Toronto. There it is. They're all under quarantine. And even right now, there's the Diamond Princess ship. It was docked in Japan as of February 10th and has nearly 135 confirmed cases of the coronavirus. And there's 40,000 confirmed globally as of February 10th. So it is a big thing,
It is a big outbreak, yeah.
And we've heard a lot about it.
Exactly, and I was just recently on a plane. I got back on Monday, and I really did notice the amount of people wearing masks in the airport. They are saying that unless you wear a mask that is like a 3M mask that you wear to like spray paint anything, for example.
Right.
Those ones really protect you, and they really keep your immune system intact.
The construction mask.
Yeah, the construction mask. But the paper masks that just like go over your mouth and nose and that you have to pinch, those ones really they will help a little bit, but they're not really going to keep like you from getting infected, because it's more about like touching surfaces and then coming into contact with your eyes and mouth and nose. So that's just something to note. Even though a lot of people are wearing the paper masks, it might not really make that much of a difference for you.
And one thing that kind of really upset me, and a lot of people in general, is I've seen on social media a lot of agents specifically tweeting that sometimes they're getting these racist remarks towards them, right? A lot of people see, especially now in the city, a lot of people are wearing masks. It's not only people from Asia, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of them are wearing the mask on the subway, and then when they cough, people give them dirty looks on the subway. They step away. So I don't think that's the nicest thing that's happening. So just to let you know, the agents, they all use the mask, right, if they have a cough or if they have germs. So that's kind of just what they do.
It's not really, it's not specifically like they have coronavirus.
Right.
And also, you don't know where people come from. An Asian person can be from anywhere in the world. They could be from here, and they could live here their entire life and never been to China.
Exactly. So I actually have a friend that lives in China, in Beijing, and he sent a video of how they're dealing with it down there.
Hello, I'm Dimitri. I hope you can hear me well. Before we go out, we put on our gloves, our mask, make sure that everything's hunky-dory, and we try to make sure that we're not going to contaminate ourselves, and then we're going to wash our gloves even after we come back. When you leave the community, you're also seeing two security officers at the entrance to monitor your temperature when you come back in and make sure that your temperature's okay. The city contains over 20 million people that live here in Beijing, me being one of them now. Looking around, the station is empty. We are in the center of the city. There's no reason for it to be empty except for the coronavirus that's going around right now. Normally this street is open and this is the busiest time of night for anyone living here. One of the residents just left and there's a security officer here monitoring anybody going in or out. And this road is usually occupied with lots of taxi drivers and different people going out to the bar street.
Thank you so much, Dima, for sharing all that with us. It's really cool to have someone on the ground explain what's going on. Next, we're going to talk about a viral story.
Okay, we're switching things
up to viral. This story is about the Westminster Dog Show.
Okay, I don't watch, so you're going to have to really inform me about this.
I will teach you. This is actually the biggest annual dog competition that takes place once a year, and it's held at Madison Square Garden in New York. And this hashtag is Best at Home Contest. So if you're confused, it's all about dogs at home watching the show.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute. You have a dog, I know.
I do. We didn't sit him down and watch the show, so you're not going to see pictures of my dog here. But let's take a look at some tweets of other people's dogs. Here's the first one. This is Max, a Bichon Frise, from Fort Morgan, Colorado, enjoying the action at the 144th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show.
That is so cute. It looks like your dog.
Yeah, he does. And my dog's name is Max, too, so that could be my dog.
That could be your
I
dog.
could have passed it for him. But very cute. Here's the next one. This one's jumping up and down.
Oh, that is so cute.
My dog does this, too, whenever he sees dogs on TV.
Really?
They say dogs can't see television, but I think that's fake because every time my dog sees dogs on TV, he's jumping at the television. So here's this little guy here. Aww. He is a border terrier, and here is a bunch of papillons, and they're watching. Aww. Very cute. They're apparently all American rescues.
I love how dogs are just watching dogs. Like,
I know.
Does this really interest them? Like, do they understand? That's my question.
I honestly think they can see the TV, and my mom always jokes that when we go away on trips, we should, or like the grocery store, we should leave like Marmaduke on TV or Airbuds so he can watch.
Oh, so he's not alone. Oh, that's so cute.
I really think they can see the TV, but this is a really cute story.
And speaking of cute and love, you know, we're in February. It's the month of love, and especially here in the city of Toronto. Ooh. Toronto has been ranked the second most romantic city across Canada.
Really?
Believe it or not.
What's the first?
The first is, I will tell you in a little bit.
Okay, we'll get to it.
But this is according to Amazon Canada. So this is the first time that actually Toronto has been on the list in 11 years.
Oh, what has changed?
Well, it compares the sales data between January 2019 and January 2020. So within 1 year, what people buy on Amazon based on romance. So for example, if you buy romance novels, you're renting romantic comedies, relationship books, jewelry, all those wellness products. So there you go. Alberta is actually the first.
Wow.
McMurray.
Interesting.
Followed by Toronto, and North York is the fifth on that list. Not too far behind.
No.
So apparently, just a fun fact, millennials like to watch a Goofy movie, and it has surpassed Titanic. Okay?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's hilarious.
So that's what we're talking about. Love, you know what, Toronto, we're on top of the Distillery District, right? If you're
they have the big heart. You can go take a picture with your loved ones.
So don't go anywhere, guys. We are going to be right back with more on Social Life. See you soon.
Welcome back, guys. Right now, we're actually going to throw to our brand new tech correspondent, Taryn. Let's check out what's trending in tech.
Hey, what's going on, Social Life? My name is Taryn, and I'm this week's tech correspondent. I've noticed recently I've had a lot of conversations with people regarding smartwatches. My personal favorite right now is the Fitbit Versa 2, which came out a couple of months ago in 2019. So in this week's episode, I figured I'd discuss with you what I like what I don't like, and whether or not you should go out and buy the Fitbit Versa 2. So let's start off with what I like. I do like the design of this watch a lot. It has a beautiful touch OLED panel, which actually can be set to be an always-on display. Huge bonus. So it does have rich colors, and there also is a button on the side that lets you summon Fitbit Pay or Amazon Alexa. I also love the customizable band options. I personally went with the leather option. The watch itself is water resistant up to 50 meters below surface level, so you can even swim with this, which is a very cool feature. One thing though about this watch is that the tracking features are phenomenal. You can track your steps, you can always know your heart rate. It's funny, I actually like looking at my heart rate in times of stress. It's just a very interesting statistic to take a look at in the moment itself. So on top of all this tracking features, the Fitbit app ties all of your stats together and gives you beautiful reports of your health at a glance, which I really like. You can also set up alarms right off the watch, and it will simply vibrate to wake you up instead of making a loud noise, which I think is very cool. It does have built-in NFC, so you can make payments in store from your watch, from your bank account if you're choosing. My favorite thing by far about the watch is the sleep tracking. It's awesome. Ever since I bought this watch, I've been so excited to sleep as it tracks your REM, deep sleep, light sleep, and it even rates your sleep out of 100. The watch itself gives you very detailed trends to help you figure out the optimal sleep schedule for yourself, which I think we can all kind of improve on in our lives, is getting more sleep. On to the things I don't like. There's no built-in GPS, so if you want to go outside and track your runs, your phone does need to be with you at all times, which is a huge bummer. Spotify, which is built into the Fitbit, only works with your phone nearby. I really wish that Fitbit thought twice about that feature. I would have loved to just be able to stream Spotify music from my watch to my headphones, leave my phone in the car. That would have been awesome. There's also limited app support from third parties on the App Store for the watch, so the only useful apps you'll find are the ones related to tracking your fitness, unfortunately. So overall, should you buy the Fitbit Versa 2? If you're somebody who's very interested in fitness tracking features to improve your health, there's honestly no better watch than the Fitbit. It's the king of fitness tracking. But if you're somebody who wants more of an extension of their smartphone and kind of have a watch that's standalone, I think you need to look elsewhere and take a look at the Apple Watch or the Samsung Galaxy Watch. Those ones are pretty good at doing that. But that's it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Back to Stephanie and Ksenia on Social Life.
Thanks so much, Taryn. I was just telling Steph, I recently got a Fitbit, so I'm so excited to use it. Thank you, Taryn, for the update. Now I'm going to go try it on at home. But now I want to switch gears a little bit. I want to talk about the Oscars that happened on February 9th, 92nd Academy Awards in Los Angeles. So let's recap some of the highlights. Brad Pitt, he took home Best Supporting Actor for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This was his first Oscar win, so long time coming for our friend Brad.
Yep.
Now, of course, the big one, and we went to see Joker.
Yep, we did.
It was Joaquin Phoenix. He took home Best Lead Actor for Joker, and he even gave a very touching speech that talked about second chances and providing a voice for the voiceless. This is his first Oscar, and I could not be more happy. He deserved that win.
It was incredible. Like, the movie was so hard to watch, but he, like, as the character, the Joker, he did an amazing job. He really did.
He lost so much weight. I believe it was over 50 pounds just to get into the role. It was so good. Of course, Joker took home an Oscar for the Best Score, and it was nominated for Best Picture. Yeah. Now let's talk about Renee Zellweger. For her role in Judy, she won Best Lead Actress, and this is her second Oscar. She won one previously in 2004. I have not seen that movie. It is on my list because I've heard such great things. And you just said you didn't watch it, right? So.
No, I haven't watched it yet either. It's definitely on my list.
Now, of course, let's talk about the big winner of the night. Drum roll, please. Parasite. Parasite is a South Korean dark comedy thriller, and I am dying to see that movie. There they are on stage. They won Best Picture, Best Director for Bong Joon-ho, Best Original Screenplay, and Best International Film. Now, this came as a surprise. This is the first foreign film that has won for Best Picture. It's insane. This is so good. I'm really happy with that.
Me too. I think the Oscars also has gotten a lot of like hate or criticism for not being so inclusive. So I think this is a really good step in the right direction. And now I think I have to watch this movie it sweeped it. So
Yes.
I've got to get out and see this.
Oh, I've just heard such great things, even when it was getting nominated, and I'm so excited to go watch. Now, of course, you mentioned, you know, some of the Oscars sometimes receive a little bit of hate. Well, no female filmmakers. That was one of the shocks. None were nominated for the Best Director category, and there's so many great possible nominees. I mean, for example, Lorraine Scafaria for Hustlers. There was Alma Harrell for Honey Boy, and the list goes on and on. So no female directors whatsoever. And once again, Oscar So White was trending because only Cynthia Erivo was the only actress of color nominated.
Wow.
And it's so bad to the point where in the opening show, number by Chris Rock and Steve Martin, Steve joked about the Oscars, how, you know, there has been so much change in the past 92 years. So in 1929, there was no one of color nominated, and in 2020 there was only one.
Yeah.
So great change, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty sad.
It is very sad. There's so many great actors and supporting actors and directors and everybody that should deserve this chance.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
But now let's talk about the performances. One of my favorites. I recently just watched Frozen 2. That's why when Idina Menzel came on to sing Into the Unknown, I was like fangirling a little bit.
That's such a great song.
Because it's such a cute song, and the best part is she brought in at one point all the Elsas from all over the world. They came and they sang a line in their own language. So it was this beautiful number in English and like Spanish, Russian, and Portuguese, all
so
of these
cute.
languages. And of course, Eminem,
Yeah.
Eminem shocked the stage. Nobody knew what was coming. When he came on, you'll see there's Idina Menzel. She's like, okay. It was a great number. This is because Lose Yourself, right? Because he won that for 8 Mile a long time ago. So so many confused looks and faces.
Why he was there.
Yeah, why he was there. But I remember that time when he got nominated.
Yeah.
Everybody invited him to come, and he said it's not the time. So I guess now was the time.
So now he took his moment, I guess.
He took his moment. And of course, talk about Billie Eilish. She became a little bit of a meme.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen, there she is. So that face, that look she was giving, she did not enjoy what Maya Rudolph and Kristen Wiig were doing. They're doing this kind of medley. It was a little bit funny. They're going back and forth, a little bit of banter.
She's making some faces.
And she's making some faces, and the camera caught hers. That's why I feel like as a celebrity, you kind of got to be careful
you
sometimes.
You have to be on all the time.
Right?
Like, keep your face straight.
I know it's hard because sometimes, you know, if like say you lose a category or you get upset.
Or you're watching, you're paying attention, and then you kind of lose yourself, and you might make like a weird face. Yeah, you lose yourself.
And last but not least, I want to talk about Julia Butters. And I know this was on the red carpet, but this is so funny. Look at this picture. She had a tiny little purse, and when somebody asked her what's inside her little purse, she revealed a turkey sandwich. And she said it's just because she doesn't really like the food that they are offering.
Yeah,
so she brought
probably
her own.
a little fancy.
Right. Which is fair. You know what? If you don't like the food, I like that. You don't eat
Girls
it.
gotta eat. You know, we can't starve the children.
Right. And now I know you're going to talk about some of the fashion, red carpet looks.
That's right. You know, not only do we have some great performances and some great winners, we had some great fashion moments on the red carpet. Let's see the first look. Yes.
Ooh,
we
this
have
is a gorgeous
award winner
dress.
Renee. I think she 100% looks like a winner here. She's wearing an Armani Privé. What do you think of this one?
Ooh, I love the color. I love the one shoulder. I think like that's very in style. Gorgeous. It looks very good on her.
Classic. Beautiful. I love how it's all sequins.
Yeah, I give her a 10.
Me too. Let's move to the next pick. Ooh, here we have Regina King.
Yes, this was also very, very nice. I love the color. I think that color suits her so well.
Me too, like that champagne color. I love, it's all satin material. It's got the sparkle. I think she looks beautiful. I love her like arm candy too and her rings.
Right, yes, I can see
She's
there.
got some
You know what I always wonder though?
What?
Like, when you wear these gowns, okay, and then you have to go to the bathroom, what do? Like, are you just holding it in all night? Like, that's just my question.
I actually think they have people to help them in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
Like a team of people like holding your dress up. It's like when you get married.
Oh, okay,
like you need to have your bridesmaids in there. They need to have their team in there, like holding them up, helping them out.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine what that's like.
I know. Let's take a look at pick number 3.
Ooh, okay, I think this was by far my favorite look of the night. I think she looked fantastic, that dress. I love I guess it's the embroidery at the top.
Yeah,
like,
the kind of like, the scoop neckline is so beautiful. That's Scarlett Johansson. She's wearing Oscar de la Renta. I think this is one of my favorite looks too. I love the satin skirt. Like, that's so in style for this season.
It is so in style.
So I think she looks absolutely beautiful. Definitely one of my favorites. Let's see the next one. Here's Rebel Wilson.
Okay.
I thought this was different for her.
Yeah.
This is why I picked this one. I think she just looks like old Hollywood glam, like
okay, fair.
really nice.
Right. No, it still suits her. Yeah, it suits her. not my favorite dress of the night, which is fine. It still looks fantastic on her. I can't really.
You can't complain too
I can't
much.
complain. No, I've seen worse.
I've seen worse. Definitely. Let's see the next pic. Here is Natalie Portman, and I know you talked about how a lot of female directors and females in general weren't nominated. So
Right.
Natalie decided to make a kind of a political statement here with her dress, and she actually embroidered the names of different women in the industry on
love
her
that,
gown,
yeah.
which I think is so cool. This is a Dior number here. What do you think?
Is that a coat over top?
It's a cape. So it is a little different.
Okay.
I love like the dress underneath, and I think the political statement was
yes.
really well done.
Yes, I love that.
Let's see the next one. Here we have, I think this is our last one that we're going to talk about. This
Right.
is Janelle Monáe. People are saying this is the best look of the Oscars.
The best look of the Oscars. You know, I think this is definitely like it catches your eye. I remember like even when they pan to the crowd, I would see the sparkles and I'd be like, oh, there she is.
What do you think? What do you think of her headpiece?
You know what?
It's different.
It's different, but I actually really like it.
But I think it is lovely.
I think it suits her.
And it's all covered in crystals as well.
It was Swarovski,
yeah,
right?
Swarovski crystals.
Oh my gosh, there must have been so
So
many.
it's very sparkly.
Yeah.
So I love anything that sparkles. I know you do
I
too.
know. We love
We're
sparkles.
big fans of
we love
sparkles.
diamonds and sparkles. Anything that blings.
Yeah, big fans. So I think I did like that. I don't know if it was my favorite look of the night, like people are saying, but I did like it for sure.
Well, thanks so much for giving us that recap.
For sure.
And now, unfortunately, time is up and we have to go. But before we go, we do want to thank Niche Decor for providing us with all these lovely items that you see over here. They have 2 unique showrooms, one in Newmarket and Aurora, with all your furniture and decor needs, including lighting, window treatment, area rugs, accessories, wall art, and more. You can check out their website, nichedecor.ca, or head over to their social media pages at niche_decor on Instagram and Niche Decor on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching The Social Life right here on Rogers TV. I'm your host, Ksenia Schbach.
And I'm Stephanie Loraro, and we will see you next time on The Social Life.